Hello everyone, my name is Joshua, but you might know me as DutchCuber, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you the easiest way you can solve a Rubik's Cube. If you use this method, you can make your cube go from this to this in just 2 minutes. And with enough practice, you can even go under 1 minute. When I use this method, I regularly get around 45 seconds of solve time, so with enough practice you'll be able to do that as well. Alright, let's crack on with the video. Now, in this video I'm gonna be talking a lot about algorithms. And an algorithm is basically just a list of different moves you need to perform on the cube. And one of those algorithms exists of a list of letters, and those letters refer back to which side of the cube you need to turn. So if, for example, the algorithm contains an R, that's supposed to be the right side, so R for right. And how you need to turn that side, so clockwise or counterclockwise, is determined by if there is a minus sign after the R. So if it's R, it's just right side with the clock, and R minus is the right side counterclockwise, so like this. And there are 6 sides of the Rubik's Cube, but for this method you'll only need to learn 5 because we don't use the back side of the cube. So you have R and R minus, L and L minus for left. Then you've got F and F minus for the front, U and U minus for up. That's all you need to know for now. Alright, let's move on to step 1. In the beginning, your cube will probably look something like this. It's all jumbled and scrambled up. And that's exactly what we want. We're gonna start from here. The easiest way to begin with your cube solving is to start with the white side, always. Of course, it's also possible for every other color, but if you want to learn it the quickest, then it's recommended to start only with the white side. Later on, when you're more experienced, you can switch to other colors. The first thing we're gonna do is make a plus or a cross. Doesn't really matter what you call it, but just a plus or a cross on the white side. And the way we do that is by finding all the white edge pieces. So this is an edge piece, and we need all 4 white edge pieces right here to make the cross. Now, mind the fact that they also have another color on the same edge piece. So this white and orange edge piece is supposed to go right here between white and orange, so that's good. But this one is not in the right spot, so we'll need to move that. Now, this is basically the simplest step of Rubik's Cube solving, but it does require just a bit of fiddling around with the cube and puzzling. There are some tips I can give you, but this is really just something you need to solve on your own. For example, this green piece is not in the right spot right now. So what we can do is move it out of the way so it's not connected to the cross anymore. And then we can see that the white and green goes right here. So we will need to put this spot right there where it just came from. So it started here, it needs to go there, so you move it out of the way, you give some space, so this spot lands under the green piece. You put it back in there, and then you turn back the cube. So now the white and orange and white and green are solved. Then right here we have the white and blue. So this white and blue is supposed to go there. Now what we can do here is connect the white and blue to the blue middle piece. And you might have already guessed it, but it's just one move from here to solve the white and blue edge piece. Now the final edge piece is this one right here, so white and red, and it needs to go right here. What you can do is also link up that edge piece to the red center, but you might think, oh no, this blue edge piece is now out of the spot, but that doesn't matter, because if you turn the red edge piece back in, then you can just put the blue edge piece back in, and now the cross on the bottom is solved. Alright, next step of solving the Rubik's Cube is putting in the white corners. So we will make the entire white bottom. Now it's easiest to start with any corner that is currently in the yellow layer, so in the up layer, but there are quite a lot of pieces in the white layer, but we will fix that later. I'm just going to start with this one. This is a white, orange, green corner piece. So what you're going to do is you're going to move that corner piece above the spot where it's going to go. So white, green, orange, white, green, orange. So you're going to move it above that spot. And then you're going to do an algorithm a couple of times until it's solved. And I'm going to give you that algorithm on the screen, and I'm going to say it out loud just so you can learn and maybe write it with me. So what you're going to do is hold that corner piece on your top right. So you're going to hold the cube like this, and this is the corner piece you're working with. And what you're going to do is R, U, R minus, U minus. And as you can see, it's not solved right now, so we're going to do it again. R, U, R minus, U minus. Still not solved, but it did end up above that spot. And that's also what this algorithm does. You're just gonna need to repeat it until it's solved. But if you do it again right now, so R, U, R minus, U minus, you will see that it's solved. And that's basically how you're gonna work with all the corner pieces that are in the yellow layer, so the top layer. But I'm gonna also show you what to do when it's already in the spot, but not the correct orientation. So as you can see, we have this corner piece right here. It's in the right spot, but it's not oriented correctly. We're gonna do the same algorithm. So you're gonna put it on your right side, and then you're gonna do R, U, R minus, U minus. And now it's above the right spot. So you're just able to repeat this algorithm again, because now it's a corner piece in the yellow layer. So R, U, R minus, U minus, R, U, R minus, U minus, R, U, R minus, U minus. And it's in the right spot. Now, I'm just gonna do this so I can show you something. Now, this corner is in the wrong spot, but it is in the white layer. So what you're gonna do is still do the same algorithm, so R, U, R minus, U minus, but now you are not gonna repeat it until it's solved, because it's in the yellow layer, but not on top of the right spot. So you're gonna need to move it on top of the right spot, so right here. This is white, blue, red, white, blue, red. And then you're just gonna repeat the same algorithm again. So R, U, R minus, U minus, R, U, R minus, U minus, and one more time, R, U, R minus, U minus, and then it's solved. And then you just have one corner left, so R, U, R minus, U minus, R, U, R minus, U minus, and one more time, and your entire white layer is solved. Make sure to align the middle pieces so it's not looking like this, but like this. Alright, I hope you're still keeping up with everything, and if you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the comments, or maybe revert back to the beginning of the video and just watch it over. Now the next step is going to be solving the middle layer, so these little pieces in between here. The way we're going to do that is, again, look if they're on the yellow layer or if they're in between where they're going to go. So that's the same as with the corners. So for example, we're going to look at the yellow layer and we're going to find this orange blue piece. As you can see, the orange blue piece goes right here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put the orange blue piece on top of the color it corresponds with. So right now these orange pieces line up, so it's in the correct spot, because there are two variations of this algorithm. You have the left variation and the right variation, and that's determined by if these colors line up. So if this edge piece were to be flipped around, then it would need to go here, because then the blue pieces would line up and you would need to do the right version of this algorithm. But right now we're going to do the left version. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the spot where it needs to go on your right again. You're going to do U, R, U minus, R minus. So as you can see, these two pieces are connected now. Then you're going to do U minus, F minus, U, F. And then it's in the right spot. Let's see, we have this red and green piece right here. So you're gonna find the spot where it needs to go, and then you're gonna align the colors. So once again, it's the left algorithm. We're gonna repeat the left algorithm again with the spot to the right. So U, R, U minus, R minus, the pieces are connected, U minus, F minus, U, F, and it's in the right spot again. Now I am going to show you a way you can remove a piece from the middle layer, because there is a possibility that both of the pieces you still need are in the middle layer but not on the top. So you're also going to need to find a way to remove them from the middle layer. What you're going to do is basically the same thing as the right version of this algorithm. So I'm going to act like it's this piece needs to go here, it's the right version. And then this yellow-orange edge piece will end up in the top layer. So just put your focus on the yellow-orange edge piece. I want to take it out of here and I want to put it in the top layer. What I'm going to do is the right-handed version, the right version of the algorithm I just showed you. So that's going to be with the edge piece on the left. It's going to be U minus, L minus, U, L. Then the pieces are connected. Then you do U, F, U minus, F minus. And as you can see, the yellow-orange edge piece ends up in the top. So that's the way you can take out these edge pieces if they are stuck in the middle layer. And now I'm just gonna solve the last of them. So right here we have the right version of this algorithm. So we're gonna put the spot on our left. So this needs to go right here. We're gonna put it on the left. We're gonna do u minus L minus u L u, and then f u minus f minus, and then the piece is solved. Now we just have one piece left, so that's the red and blue piece. We're gonna align the colors. We see it's on the right side of the spot, so we're gonna take the right algorithm, put the spot on our left side, and then the same algorithm again. So u minus L minus u L, the pieces are connected, then u f u minus f minus, and then you have the entire bottom two layers solved. Alright, the next step of solving a Rubik's Cube is solving the yellow cross on top, so the top cross. And there are 3 variations you can end up with after solving the bottom two layers. This is one variation where you have the left and the top edge piece, or any other variation, but you have 2 edge pieces next to one another. You also have this variation where you have 2 edge pieces across from one another, so like this or like this, for example. And then the final variation is this, where you don't have any edge pieces on top. So you're just gonna need to look at the edge pieces. It doesn't matter that this corner piece is up right now. You don't have to look at any of them. You just need to look at the edge pieces. Now, with the dot, so no edge pieces at all, it doesn't matter which of the 2 algorithms you do that I'm gonna teach you in this method. You can just choose either one, just choose the one you like the most, or it's the easiest for you. But I'm gonna show you right now the version with 2 edge pieces connected right here. So this is the algorithm you will need to do to solve the case where 2 edge pieces are next to one another. So that's going to be f u r u minus r minus f minus, and then you have another case. So that's just the way to get out of the dot case. I'm just gonna call it the dot because you don't have any edge pieces. So that's just how you're gonna get out of that. So you just need to do any of the 2 algorithms and you will end up with one of the 2 versions. Now the algorithm to solve this version, you're gonna need to put it horizontally, so the 2 edge pieces with the middle piece are gonna need to be horizontal, so like this. And then what you're gonna do is an algorithm that is almost the same, just a different order. So f r u r minus u minus f minus, and as you can see we have solved the yellow cross. Now by chance we also solved the yellow corners with the yellow on top, but that's not what we wanted to do with this step. Now if you have this case where you have 2 edge pieces next to one another, you'll just need to do the algorithm I just showed you for the dot case. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the edge pieces on your left and on the top, so like this. And then you're going to do the same algorithm I just taught you. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And then your cross is solved. Alright, the next thing we need to do is to align the yellow cross correctly. So we want every yellow edge piece to line up with the side color. So we want this edge piece to be green, this one to be orange, and this one to be blue. And what we're going to do is we're going to find an orientation of the yellow side where only one yellow edge piece is solved. So we're just going to move around the top layer until we find a version that has only one edge piece solved. So not this one, because there are two edge pieces solved right here, but for example like this, where only the blue edge piece is solved. Then what you're going to do is you're going to hold it on the front, and then you're going to do R, U, R minus, U, R, then you're going to do U, U, R minus. And as you can see, all of the edge pieces are solved. Now all that's left for us to do is to solve the corners. And we're going to do that in 2 steps. So first we're going to put all the corners in the right spot, and then we're going to orientate all the corners so all of the yellow is up. First we're going to put the corners in the right spot. And before you move on to this step, you'll need to check if there are any yellow corners that are already in the right spot. So right now, none of these corners are in the right spot. So because there are none of the corners solved right now, we will just need to do the algorithm I'm gonna use for the case where there is one corner correct, just to put one corner in the right spot. And that algorithm shall be R minus, U, L, U minus, R, U, L minus, U minus. So we just did that algorithm, and now we're going to check for any solved corners. And there is one right now. So this corner is now solved. What you're going to need to do is put the solved corner, or it's not solved yet, but it's in the right spot. So the solved corner is going to be at the top left, or back left. And you're going to do the same algorithm again. So R minus, U, L, U minus, R, U, L minus, U minus. And right now all of the corners are in the correct spot. If the corners are not in the right spot yet after you perform this algorithm, you'll just need to repeat it again with the solved corner at the back left, and then it will be solved. So the last thing we'll need to do is to orientate the yellow corners correctly. And there can be either 2, 3, or 4 yellow corners incorrectly orientated. And right now we have 2. And the idea for all of the different variations of yellow corners unorientated is the same. So you're gonna really have to pay attention at which way the yellow pieces are pointing. What you're gonna do is hold white on the bottom, yellow on top, and you're gonna put an unsolved piece on the top right corner. So like this, for example. Like this works too, but I would suggest starting with the first one counterclockwise. That's just easier. So I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna put it at the top right corner, and I'm gonna look at which way the yellow piece is pointing. So right now it's pointing outward. If I would use this corner, then it would be pointing towards me. So it's either outward or towards you. And there are 2 variations of the algorithm you'll need to use for this. Now, pay a lot of attention when performing this algorithm, because the cube is going to be all jumbled up until you've finished everything, so make sure to pay attention. If it's pointing outward, what you're going to do is F minus R, F, R minus, and then again F minus R, F, R minus. Keep the cube like this. It's not solved right now, but make sure you really keep it the same way you've been performing this algorithm. And as you can see, the yellow top has the corner we just worked with solved. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn the yellow side, make sure to keep the rest of the cube still, until you find another unoriented piece. So right now that's this one. So not this one or this one or this one, but the only unoriented piece left is this one. And then you're going to perform the other version of this algorithm, because this piece is pointing towards you. If it would be pointing outward, you would just need to do the algorithm I just showed you and then go on to the next piece. But right now it's the algorithm for pointing towards you. So that's going to be R, F minus, R minus, F, R, F minus, R minus, F, and then you can see your cube is solved. So really make sure to pay attention and keep your cube in the same position when performing the last step I just showed you, because the cube really gets scrambled up and I wouldn't want you to have to start over solving the cube. So make sure to pay attention and be careful. That was all for today's video. I hope you learned the easiest way to solve a Rubik's Cube, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the comment section and I'll try to answer every single question. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you like this video. And I will see you in another one. See ya!